All right, we're here. We're finally at the gun range, as you can see, and you can hear the gunfire going off. I have got all my stuff here ready to go, so let's just take a look at what I got. And here we are. This is what we got. We got our targets that I got super cheap. I mean, they were like $2-3 for a 10-pack. I got my Smith & Wesson MVP Shield 9mm rounds, and came with the two magazines. One holds 7 rounds, one holds 8. And then I got my bullets. I'm just gonna try each one of these and see how I like them. This is my hollow plate right here. You can see that. And then just you got the full metal jacket and just different brands. I want to try them out and see how it all goes. And there's the target. Kind of far, but we'll see what happens. Here we go. Well, I gotta say that was pretty exciting. So let's go downrange and see if we even hit the target. It's a good 20, not 20 yards, 25 yards. I mean, I think it is. Let's go take a look. Well, to my surprise, I actually hit the target. Hit it here, and here, and probably one of these other ones. But I'm actually surprised that I actually got this. This is that's for my first 7 shots. I got 3 out of 7 at about 25 yards. So let's go second time. This was with my other magazine. I just barely missed, but I did get a headshot. I'm actually really surprised that I got that. This is just so cool, and we're gonna just keep playing around with this thing. All right, so you see the smile on my face? Yeah, it's there for a reason. I'm very pleased with my first day at the gun range. I have been blessed to have this place that is just literally 10 minutes down the road from me. $60 a year. I couldn't be in a better place. The guys are really nice. They were really informative. They've been here for a long time. Some of the things that I learned is that the gun that I'm using, the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield, it has very little recoil on it, and the gun is super accurate. I'm very happy with it. I was using some Remington rounds, and I was 115 grain, and Winchester rounds with 115 grains. But the Winchester just had like just a little bit more lead to it, so every time it came out, it was just a little bit more pop to it. And the Remington, I like the Remington a little bit more. And we had some guys coming in with other guns, and I saw him with a shotgun, and I'm like, hey man, I've never shot a shotgun before. Let me try shooting that. So that's what ended up happening. Shot the shotgun, and I was really pleased with that. I'm like, that's cool. So we'll get one of those down the road. I'll show you my targets, and then how accurate this thing is at like 25 yards. This is my first time, so it's pretty cool. Alright, so we're back in my house, and I want to show you these targets, and I want to talk a little bit about the ammo and just my first day at the gun range. And so here they are. Here are the results. So both of these were at 25 yards, as you could tell from earlier on in the video. This was my first target. I set it up, and I was actually really impressed with the gun itself, and that I could hit the target from 25 yards away. And the pull on it was a little tough, but it was okay. I thought it was gonna be dreadful, trying to pull the trigger. But as you can see, I mean, I didn't put too many rounds at this thing, and I actually hit my target. You can see I got it twice in the chin. I almost made a couple pair of eyes, and just this one was like dead center, like right in the chin. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. But when you just take your time and you just get a feel for it, you can just put shots on target. Here's my second attempt, and in total there was about, oh man, how many rounds did I put through? I went through a box of 50. So this is about 150 rounds. Yeah, close to around 150, maybe 160 rounds. And there's about 40 on this one. And I didn't count. This is probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, about 20 rounds. So 60. So like 60 out of 160. I'd say my first day, that's pretty good. This gun is actually really sweet, and I'm really happy with it. So the bullets that I used for this were all 9mm. 2 were Remington, and there was another one for Winchester. I did not like the Winchester. They're both the same grain. They were 115 grain. There was something just a tad bit different that I think it made a huge difference. So here you have the full metal jacket, and the Winchester was just a little bit. It was just the lead on it was just a tiny bit bigger, and so when the projectile left the gun, it had more of a kick on it. So, being my first time at the range, shooting 9mm, I liked these Remington bullets over the Winchester ones. So then I had Remington hollow points, and I shot these downrange just to see how they would react coming out of the gun, and couldn't tell too much of a difference from either of them. But the thing that I could definitely tell the difference was between the Winchester and the Remington. One of them had just a little bit more kick to it, and it just didn't feel right when I was leaving the gun. But I'm super stoked. I'm really excited. I am very pleased with the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield, and I would totally recommend it to anybody who wants to give it a try. They were super cheap, and for a first time gun, first day, I'm pretty excited, and I'm pretty happy with the end result. So another thing I want to talk about is the magazines, because these are just the only difference between the two is this one can hold 1 round more than this one, and it actually has a little extension on it. You can see that, so that when you put it in, it's not showing any bare metal. The wonderful thing about that is that your whole hand fits on it. Your pinky grabs onto it. And I tell you, when I was just aiming it down range, and I had my hands fully on it, and I was aiming at it, aiming at the target, I felt the most comfortable with the 8-round capacity versus the 7-round. And I noticed that I had more control as I was firing it, because my pinky could just grab it, and it just wouldn't, when it would kick, my pinky had that a little bit of extra leverage, and I really like this. The only thing is that when I put the 8-round magazine in my Urban Carry, my medium holster, it just is a little bit tougher to get out. It catches my belt, and it's just So I'm looking forward to just messing around, doing some research for another holster, maybe a Kydex. People have been referring that one to me, so we'll be taking a look at that, and I'm really enjoying all of this. So here's something else too. People tell me as soon as you get, let's see if I can get this off. As soon as you get done with the range, you're supposed to clean your gun. I can get this. Hold on a second. So yeah, finally got this. They had a few little things holding it down, but now we got it open. So something that a friend of mine told me is to clean the gun as soon as you are done shooting at the range, which is what I'm going to do right now. One thing I like about this is that it's all together. It's all in one place. And maybe I don't have the right one on there. I don't know. I'm still new at this, and we're definitely learning as we go. But I'm trying to abide by the rules and to, because I want to keep my gun nice and healthy. And it's really that simple. Yeah, see, look at that. You see all that little gunpowder residue. Oh, the light's a little light in here, so. But it really is just that simple. Just maintaining the gun and making sure, keeping an eye on it. Look and see the center pattern. And I gotta tell you something. When you're done, this is the first day, and this is what I pulled out of that thing. That's pretty nasty stuff. That's a lot of gunpowder, and that is just from cleaning it, just going inside and taking it, and I put it down the barrel, and I tell you what, you know, just that all by itself. Look at this. Just amazing. So if you like your guns, clean them. Pretty much as simple as that. I am noticing that as you know, you see people, they'll pull this little latch down and then it'll go in. It's not ready to just do that quite yet. Maybe the spring just needs a little bit more time to move around. So, but we'll keep shooting it. I really like this gun. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and I will see you on the next one.